Beautiful Cancer family, hello and welcome to your August 2024 Tarot Forecast. I'm Ms. Eden. Cancers, I'm so happy you're here. I've missed you. It has been a while. This is going to be a general reading for my Cancer sun, moon, and rising sign. Y'all don't sweat it. If you did not catch this video right when I released it, know that there was a different time for you to receive this message. And I hope that whenever you do check out this video, that there is something in here for you, beautiful Cancer family. I also have an Instagram. You can find the link in my bio at Ms. Eden over on Instagram, and check me out and follow me there, y'all, so that we can keep growing that family. And you can see all sorts of things that get posted over on my Instagram that don't always cross over to my YouTube. Cancer family, let's talk about the energy and the astrology of this time we're in, because we are in truly a very special time in the universe, in the greater scheme of things. Very much a period of transition and change, and there's a lot of unknowns. We've never really been here before as humanity, as the planet. So yeah, fun, right? Cancer, the vibe overall right now is the energy is going to be picking up through the end of the year. I'm going to put a little asterisk on that because we do have a nice retrograding energy the first couple weeks of August that are going to help us slow down and balance ourselves, get a lot of good structures and routines in place before mid-August we pick back up, and it's just like boom, 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 boom through the end of the year. There's lots of shifts and of energy, of frequency. We are really going through a lot of like energetic upgrades. Again, think about frequency. I'm not even talking spirituality, but in physics, right? We all know that every molecule has a vibration. That vibration, we call its frequency. Okay, so we are having big frequency shifts going on right now. And a lot of that can be attributed to the fact that we are in this very unique time frame, a very short time frame, where most of the outer planets in our solar system, the larger ones that have slower rotations and cycles through the zodiac, meaning like months and years as opposed to days or weeks or hours, that a lot of the outer planets are going to be changing signs within a very condensed period of time, astrologically, universally speaking, in the time frame. Right? So it's not normal that we have all these big outer planets changing sign around the same time. The other really interesting thing about all these outer planets changing signs is that they're moving from heavier earth and water energy, all about our resources, our emotions, that in the 3D physical world, that which we feel. We're moving from that heavier earth and water into lighter air and fire, which is all about more creativity, more freedom. Wow, talk about paradigm shifts. Like, that's not even like a nice slow bridge, like where you're just kind of transitioning nicely. Maybe it's like air and water, first. And like, no, it's just the complete opposite. We're going from earth and water to air and fire. Huge shifts, y'all. If you've been experiencing any sort of, let me back it up. There can be symptoms that we experience. Now, I'm no medical doctor and I am not diagnosing anyone, but there are some symptoms and things that happen to our bodies when we're experiencing these frequency shifts, these energetic upgrades on the planet and to humanity. And that can include things like headaches or but more frequent body and joint aches, ringing in the ears, more heavy fatigue or depression, vivid or lucid dreaming might become more of a regular thing. So y'all, that's just a short list of what we call like ascension symptoms, right? Things that you might be experiencing as your body is literally like going through this energetic upgrade. Have y'all been experiencing any of these ascension symptoms? Throw it in the comments. I definitely know I have been. Going back to June and July, we had a really powerful July where we had a Mars-Uranus conjunction mid-month. And that's basically where we have Mars, planet of ego, of self, of aggression, of wartime and creativity, but it's like moving really fast without thinking first. Think about Mars and Aries in mythology, the war god. Aspecting, kind of playing off of the energy of Uranus. Now in mythology, Uranus is the sky god, like the universal, like God, okay? And so they're very much connected with the bringer of sudden and swift changes. Lightning, electricity, right? That kind of anything in the air. So thinking about mid-July, we had a lot of explosive kind of stuff happening around mid-July around the world, whether it be from tech issues and glitches that affected airplanes, banks, everything like that, to what went down here in the United States, right, with the attempted assassination of one of our political candidates for president, to volcanoes and more earth related activities, like kind of popping up, and also storms, right? I know that here where I am, we had a lot, on those days in particular, a lot of lightning storms with a ton of wind, talking about Uranus energy. We also, in June and July, had 2 Capricorn full moons. That's very rare to have a full moon in the same sign back to back. The second of those full moons we call a blue moon. Now, Capricorn, earth sign of top-down governmental power, right? Control, organization, stability, all right? It was at the second of those full moons was at the 29th degree of Capricorn. Why am I mentioning that? Because 29 is the final degree in a sign before the planet switches signs into the following sign. Sorry, there's a lot of signs in there. So meaning this would be the final degree that the moon was in Capricorn before the moon shifted into Aquarius, the next sign. Now, talk about finalities, of endings, of conclusions, of wrap-ups kind of energy, because full moons already represent that. And then you add on this extra layer of conclusions and finalities and endings with that 29 degree aspect, what we call the anaretic degree, 29, the final degree in a sign. So really a lot about conclusions and wrap-ups with things on the 3D realm, right? We're in retrograde season. At the end of June, we had Saturn go retrograde, followed very closely at the beginning of July with Neptune going retrograde. And then coming into August, we have a beautiful new moon in Leo on the 4th. So that can bring us a lot of fiery, creative energy that can help get us out there, get us seen, make our voices heard. That really is going to be lovely for those of us who felt a little stuck or more introverted recently. Like, we need to get out there. We need to build our communities, right? Be seen, be heard. We also have, right on the tails of that new moon, Mercury going retrograde in the signs of Virgo, an earth sign, and Leo, a fire sign. So that Mercury retrograde is, again, just telling us we can slow down for a little bit. That first half of the month, we can slow down before we reach that full moon mid-month. And then everything's going to really be picking up, and a lot of things are going to be shifting and changing very quickly, very suddenly, maybe shockingly so, through the end of the year. 8/8, August 8th, we have the 8/8 portal, the Lionsgate portal. So we're going to be feeling that energy already open up for us at the beginning of August. And mark your calendars for August 19th, y'all, because that is going to be a doozy of a day. Doozy of a day. That's our full moon in Aquarius, air sign, right? All about freedom, justice, community, we over me. So yeah, I'm going to do a longer video, I hope, on the astrology of August, where I'll talk a little bit more about that full moon. But mark your calendars and stay really flexible and aware on the 19th of August, because there's a lot of other aspects on that day as well that are happening between planets beyond just the full moon. So Cancer, if you've made it this far, my loves, and you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because it really helps grow my platform, and it really does, it just helps my work. So thank you all so much for those of you who subscribed. Thank you to those who've commented. Again, just your comments mean a lot. They're so helpful, because I don't really know unless I hear from y'all, like, are these readings completely bullshit and totally off? Or am I hitting on some things for some of my beautiful Cancer family? I would love to hear from y'all. So please let me know in the comments how some of this is hitting for you in August. And feel free to share this with other Cancer family that you have. All right, loves? Cancer, let's get into it for the month. Here you are starting off August. You are all about, how am I going to use my energy for something new? Something you're pulling back and looking at things from a broader perspective. This is about not really knowing quite yet where you're going, but you know that something's changing. Something's changing. And it might be because, Cancer, you've been in this position. This is the energy crossing you. We got the 7 of Cups. That was the 2 of Wands to start. I apologize. I usually like to try and say the card name as well, but sometimes I don't always get to it. Seven of Wands. So this is all about our choices that are going to emotionally fulfill us. You can make choices, you might have a lot of choices ahead of you. Different choices. Two is always about the two in any suit. Thank you. At two of any suit is really about the choices we make. So this is like kind of, you're pulling back, you're not quite sure, you're like, okay, I need a broader perspective on things. Really, the world is my oyster. What choice do I make? That's going to really align with my heart. And be wary, because this can be about making wrong choices. Maybe some of my Cancers have thought, oh, I'm making a choice and I'm thinking it's going to be really fulfilling. And then you later found out, choosing for victory or like being seen, like fame, right? Like that kind of victory of like right here, like that, that might not have been the right path to go down. I thought that was going to be emotionally fulfilling, but it's not. So some of these choices that are before you are false leads, false choices. And that's, I think, why some of my Cancers are like pulling back. Again, we're in retrograde season, so it's okay to slow down. You don't have to make any huge decisions right now. This is a great time for going back and reevaluating, rethinking things, diving deep into things before you execute, before you sign any contracts, before you make any decisions that you can't go back on. Although I'll say during the retrograde season, if you make a mistake in retrograde season, you usually have to go back and fix it up anyway when the planet goes out of retrograde. So yeah, this is all about your choices this month. That's the energy. You're really thinking about your choices, Cancer. And they have to relate to your stability and your resources. 9 of Pentacles. So a lot of you might have found some stability recently. You might have found a footing or gained a lot of stability in the money that's coming in, the project that you've launched, your job that you're working. Like, this is about having what you need and recognizing that, all that you have, and being appreciative and grateful. This is like being in your garden, seeing the harvest and just being like, wow, I got myself here. Like, I'm so grateful for that. So definitely your resources and your stability, security have been on my Cancer's mind. Absolutely. Cancer, you definitely like stability and security, right? In the recent past, we might have an energy or a person. The court cards can often indicate people, so a masculine energy, not necessarily a male, but someone with a more masculine energy that is tapped into their emotions and very well balanced and compassionate. This is having all the ups and downs of the emotions around you not even affecting you, Cancer. So that's really lovely, especially for my Cancers, water sign. This can also be a water sign. So I'm thinking that, again, this is a lot of my Cancers right here. Here you are completely in control of your emotions. You're doing your thing and bringing yourself stability with your resources, and you're sitting in your Garden of Eden. Yeah. So yeah, this is where you've been coming into August. Very secure in your emotional stability. That's great, Cancer. Absolutely. That's really great. Because there you can really move forward with a much stronger step when you're not second guessing every emotional decision, yourself, when you're not second guessing yourself emotionally all the time. You can really step forward with confidence. It's a wonderful place to be in, a wonderful energy to lead from. Crowning your reading this month is all about crowning and at the foot. Your resources. You are slowing down and really thinking about your resources and your stability and what choices do I need to make to bring myself stability and security. Again, I know Pentacles can be I say resources a lot because this can be a money card, but it's not always money. So I want to be careful about, it's not always money. Your mind's on your money, but also your resources, that which brings you stability in the 3D world, in the world around us. Now, I'm really sorry, Cancers. Here's coming up. coming up for you in August, in the future. This is the future, but again, this is a reading for August, so I'm thinking mid to late August. Again, star your calendars for that full moon. Tower, Cancer. Something has to break down and release in order for you to have the space to build something new and better. And I have a feeling that I think my Cancers know this already. Like, I feel like a lot of my Cancers are intuiting. You're a very, and again, you're a water sign. You're very intuitive, very tapped into the spiritual side. I think a lot of my Cancers are already anticipating this tower coming up for them. Almost like you're waiting for it to happen. Like you're preparing yourself. You're stabilizing yourself. For those of you that are not vibing that, and that wasn't really right, I'm also hearing that for those of you who have made the wrong choices and the paths to follow, those of you that chose the wrong path, you're going to learn just why it was the wrong path this month with the Tower card. So kind of don't worry, the universe has got you, and if you chose wrong, it's going to kick you back onto the right path. But here's the thing, Cancer, when we get the Tower, meaning the universe has to step in and intervene, right? Again, and that Uranus energy, lightning, storms, right? A lot of Uranus energy we were talking about earlier. It usually, the universe does not do it as gently as we might do it ourselves. So this is also a little bit of a heads up of something has to be released. Something has to be broken down complete. It's not just released. This is like you have to break that shit down all the way, because whatever you built up, whatever is crumbling around you, was not built on solid foundations, Cancer family. And again, all this energy right now that we're coming into for the rest of the year is all about course correction and rebalancing, about justice. So there are things that need to fall out of my Cancers' lives. There are things that you need to release and let go of in order to move forward. This has to happen. Don't I know it can be scary. You're like, oh shit. But just if you understand that there's if you know what it is that needs to be let go, then let it go. Don't wait for the universe to do it for you, Cancer family, because it's gonna look like this. It's gonna be harsher. But you guys and gals and y'alls are all, again, you're like, you got that balance in your emotions. You got a lot of stability in your resources, or at least that's on your mind. And you're thinking about big picture. So this very much is like making a big shift, a big change in the direction that you want to go. Breaking it down to start over, all over again. I think even some of you are like, do I want to tower myself? Like that's what you're kind of thinking in this. Do I want to break everything down and start fresh? It's going to be important for you to have boundaries, Cancer. Here you are right here, right now. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. All about boundaries. So you may not feel like you have the upper footing, the upper level. The phrase is eluding me right now. But when this card is upright, this is like you have the higher ground, and you're some energy's coming at you, but you have all the resources you need to protect yourself and keep your boundaries high and strong, even if this energy is testing you. When it's reversed, it might be a little bit more challenging to maintain those boundaries. I'm coming back to that choices card, the 7. There's another 7. Yeah. 7 of Cups. 7 of Wands. So these are connected. Like whatever choices you're making, some of them might lead you to, again, you're going to have really strong boundary work wherever you're moving. I don't mean moving physically. I just mean like whatever direction you're heading in life, whatever these changes and these new beginnings are, these choices that you're making, they're going to need some boundaries. And again, you just got a Cancer, like You can't help everybody. You can't let everyone into your inner circle, and you can't let everyone know what your plans are. Like, you got to keep some stuff close to your vest. Because here's how everyone else is seeing you this month. Reversed 5 of Cups. Like, this is so strange. Like, they see, let me tap into this card a little. If you'd be patient with me for a minute, Cancer. I'm just going to let you look at the upright for a second. Notice the cups too, the 3 that are fallen. Not all of them held wine. One of them had poison. So this is the card about grief, about loss. This is in your position of how other people are seeing you this month. Maybe people that you're leaving behind for this new path, and that you're thinking about taking, these choices that you're thinking about making, that's going to bring you into a totally new reality where you have to build up something fresh with strong foundations from the bottom up. I'm thinking some people are grieving you, leaving. What they see is like leaving, moving on. Yeah. So when this is upside down, because there are others around you that are like grieving you and grieving, like they don't quite understand what you're going through right now, Cancer. And so what they think is that you're just getting more and more distant, like more and more distant, introverted, closed off, depressed. But what they don't realize is that you still do have 2 emotional cups for yourself. And again, not all the things that have fallen away that they see that you have lost or cleared, Cancer, not all of that was good. Like, some of the stuff that you needed to clear was bad and poisoning you. And so that's why you needed to clear it. Hopes and fears for my Clancers. My Clancers is like your choices. You are very concerned that whatever choices you are making, that they're not going to lead you down the right path to stability. It's usually between 2 things. So your choice, and again, it's coming off of that 2 of Wands at the beginning. Y'all have 2 things a lot of my Cancers are weighing on this month. A decision between 2 things. Do we keep it the way it is? Do we move forward with this new path? Do I make this choice? Do I make that choice? And it's very much you're wondering about how it's going to affect your resources and stability. I'm going to say also, because I see the 8-8 and I just kind of picked up something. Cancer, keep your eyes open for signs and symbols on that Lionsgate portal 8-8 infinity symbol. Right? So keep your eyes and ears open for that. There are going to be ebbs, there are going to be flows with every decision, but you're really concerned about making the right decision for your stability financially, your stability in the 3D world. And listen, Cancer, I know we're in retrograde season, so that's why we're seeing this come up reverse, but not end of the month, but final words for Cancer for August is the Sun reversed. Beautiful. The Sun is like the happiest card that you can get, Cancer. So again, let that Tower card happen in August, because here's what's coming. It just might be delayed. Because again, like, we got the retrogrades going on, then we got the Tower happening for you mid end of the month, and you might need to like pick up the pieces, take a little moment, take a breather, assimilate everything that's changed for you, make some choices. But the end result, y'all, is all sunshine. You're going to make the right choice. Just give yourself the space and the time to follow your intuition. All right, beautiful Cancer. Sending y'all so much love. What a lovely ending for a reading. It kind of went a lot, like, very much ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. And look at that, like hopes and fears, ups and downs, right? That's how this reading felt too, with like, the Tower, and like, oh, but I got that King of Cups energy that I'm feeling really emotionally stable and compassionate and secure, and like I can give to others. but my boundaries and how other people, like, there was a lot of ups and downs for you this month, Cancer. So just, again, like, that's okay. Rock with it. Be flexible. This is the energy we need to come at the rest of the year with, is just flexibility and adaptability. Cancer, come back and check this video out maybe mid-month, end of the month, to see how some of these things hit for you and resonated, and definitely let me know in the comments, because that really helps to hear your commentary on how some of this aligned for you, how it didn't align for you. All feedback helps. Sending you so much love, Cancer. Have a beautiful August. Bye, y'all.